Invisible ink. I will write that down. I will take any recommendation you give me about it.
Invisible ink, like Invisible Incorporated, like
I like
Invisible INC. Yeah,
Clever.
it's a pun. You gotta.
Yeah, so you're on board already.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Amazing. Yeah, I appreciate everyone's, because a lot of people will just like sigh at puns, but the Necrodancer community definitely embraces the puns, and I think that's important. Well, that has to be important.
I think you scared off all the ones who didn't,
Yeah,
who won't
totally.
embrace puns.
Yeah, you made a very bold choice in going full pun, like full pun.
That's right. Well, one Mr. Bean asking me questions. I think that's Michael Molinari, the guy who made Choice Chamber. All my game dev buddies up in here asking me questions. He's asking me, "You ever held your breath during the underwater part? If no surprises?" No, that video. I love that video, but that video, I think I subconsciously kind of don't breathe enough while I'm watching that video. It makes it like after I watch that video, I often have like kind of a mild headache. So no, I've never actually tried doing it, but the video is creepy as heck. Just looking at Tom's face while he's underwater.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh yeah, I love that song. My band used to cover it, and it was just like so fun to play. And on the drums too. There's not much going on, but just like the whole vibe of it is so good.
Are we're off and running here?
We are off and running. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mention that. We're too busy talking about Radiohead. Yeah, we're about a minute into the race. I'm gonna actually just refresh Staekk real quick because his timer is a little bit different, but maybe he died or had a couple resets. Yeah, it looks like he may have died or reset there. He already has a whole bunch of stuff, as he's got the Glass Torch, which is mapping, and the Shield Spell, which is a really nice start. Shield Spell on its own is just super dandy, because you can really be a lot quicker, not having to worry about sort of kiting mini-bosses around and things like that. You can just tank them, and so you end up saving like twice the beats.
Yeah, and in boss battles and stuff against Dead Ringer, you just turn it on and let him smash you. Like, who cares?
I don't know how intentional that was, but he really handled that white monkey well with the dragon, because that can be really scary. With a dragon and a white monkey, just that combo alone can be very scary, and he handled it extremely well. That was really nice.
Oh, RayOfRaikou was asking, I think that's how you say the name, asking if I'd ever played Deadly Rooms of Death. Yeah, I have played that, and I didn't realize that Necrodancer was like so similar to it until about like halfway through development. I was like, wait a minute, this actually is kind of like Deadly Rooms of Death, but with a rhythm. So if you guys like this game, but want more of a puzzly version of it, you should play this an older game called Deadly Rooms of Death. We actually had...
Is it like a turn-based dungeon crawler?
Yeah, yes, and the main character has like this sword that you kind of swing around to kill these enemies that have predictable movement patterns. But yeah, I used to play it like a fair amount. And my previous company, Grubby Games, where I made my other games before this one, we actually used to sell Deadly Rooms of Death on our site, and they would sell, I think they sold our games too.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it must have seeped in subconsciously into my brain, but yeah, it definitely was not my goal starting out, but it's quite similar for sure. So yeah, if you like this and want like a slower paced, more puzzly version of it, you should check out Deadly Rooms of Death.
Yeah. So it's similar-ish to Bard, I guess?
It's kind of like if Bard had a the way you move around is different. Like you can move up, down, left, and right, but then you have this sword that you kind of rotate to swing. The sword is on like one of the 8 tiles around you, and you kind of like rotate clockwise or counterclockwise to whack things with it.
Oh, that reminds me of that. What was that game? It was a 3D. It was one of the early 3D games, and you had to use the numpad to swing your sword. Shoot, what was that game called? It was really interesting though, because like, yeah, if you wanted to slash down, you had to like press 8 and then 2 to like slash down, and you could like lop people's arms off and stuff. It was a cool mechanic. That's cool though. I like that. So Rattata actually YOLO'd a blood shrine, having half a heart anyways, and ended up with a blood bow, which I think is a good pickup. It's safe. If you want, you can try and go for the blood damage on Dead Ringer. A little bit dangerous, but with a bow, might be a little bit safer.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to, because he's also got the Ring of Regen, so it's going to be tough to
get down to
that, on half heart. But he's got the boots, so at least he's 2 damage. Like it's basically a titanium bow that heals you, so it's pretty freaking safe.
Yeah, he's got it's a good safe build. Should be able to go through, but he is actually the slowest out of all these racers. And it's crazy, they're all like really neck and neck here. This race is actually super hype. As Zypher is on 3-2, Ray is working on his Zone 2 boss, as is Rattata, and 3-2 for Staekk. So Staekk and Zypher are pretty much neck and neck. Rattata and Ray are also neck and neck. So this is really awesome here.
But both of the guys who are in the lead have a glass longsword, so catastrophe is a one beat away here.
And mapping too, actually. That both of those are the 2 mapping torches. So that's very interesting.
Yeah, these could be super fast.
And actually, Staekk just jumped through Zone 3 pretty much in one fell swoop and is now on to his boss fight here, Deep Blues 3.
Yeah, he's making good use of the shield spell, like we were saying.
Yeah.
If you ever get in a situation where you're kind of sketched out a bit, especially you got a glass freaking weapon, just use it, man, and he did.
I actually missed that. Zypher apparently passed up on some chainmail. Is now with the rocking the glass armor, which is pretty much something you'll want with when you're sporting glass armor is pretty good. Just gives you that free hit. And actually, I don't think he realized straight away that he had the Explorer boots on, so he was safe on the hot coals there. He backed off a little bit, but fair enough. Playing it a little safer. Got a nice RNG pattern here for Deep Blues, so he can move through it real quick. I haven't decided if killing the pawns is faster or going straight for the king and having him teleport. I think killing the pawns is faster, because you kind of have to go get him over by those pawns anyways. So I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I think it's probably about the same. Oh,
Yeah.
Staekk! That hurt. He went to attack a knight, but was jumping from a shrunk tile, and he ended up getting hit on that. That hurts. And so Staekk goes down, and that's huge. Of course, Staekk is one of the favorites. He's one of the higher ranked seeds in this group. He's been with the CoNDOR pretty much since day one, and he's very, very good. And yeah, that opens the door for the other racers to get some points on him. So we'll see if they can finish off their runs, as Zypher is currently in the lead.
Yeah, Staekk just kind of reflexively moving forward, thinking the longsword's going to do its thing, but because he was on that shrunk tile, it can't, so...
Yeah, it's still, I think, people working out Zone 4. It's only been out for so long that, a couple weeks, people are still working on figuring out all the strats.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's not like muscle memory yet how to deal with those tiles and stuff. And I think that tile had appeared just the beat before, or one beat before that, so his brain didn't have that much time to realize, I got to get off of this thing.
I also think because so many boots can help you, that I feel like the situations where you actually have to deal with those goo tiles is less than just general Zone 4 playing. And so you don't get as much practice on it. And so I think that people are just somewhat unpracticed with it.
Yeah, I kind of always try to mentally assume that I need to get off of it, and sometimes I'm surprised when I'm hitting stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, I got the boots.
Yeah, but then it's so much faster with the boots as well, because they have so much health. If you don't have 4 damage plus, well, I guess 5 damage to one-shot them, but 4 damage seems to be a pretty good amount, because you can just sort of whack, step back, and whack if you have range or anything of that sort. But yeah, Zypher is rocking the glass still. Very nice. Still has the glass armor as well. So doing a nice job with that. And a really nicely placed statue there. Now that I've figured out what each statue does, they're great. I don't think they're too much of a concern. And YOLO teleports one tile to the left. I don't know if you saw that. Over on Zypher's side. That was kind of amazing. Got telemonkeyed over to the left one square.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, what are the freaking odds of that?
I also don't... Oh, and took a black bat hit there, and now is just the glass onto the dead ringer fight. Sketchy.
He's got a lot of healing and stuff, but that won't do him any good.
No, but then again, as I've said, you don't really need weapons in these last 2 fights. I mean, it helps, but you don't need weapons. And he's doing a great job with the strat. The other thing about that strat with Dead Ringer is being able to... oh, geez. This is a little sketchy. It's getting sketchy. Oh, those knights. They can really wreck your day. And this is so sketchy right now. Zypher, please. Oh, no! Dead Ringer claims another victim. Oh, my God. That was tragic. He had the strat perfect, and those spawns crushed him. Ah, that hurt. Meanwhile, I was too busy watching him, and now we've got Ray, who's doing great, and Rattata, both sporting the run. I think Rattata's run has just generally been a little slow because of just a bow. Bows aren't the fastest weapon. And Ray actually only had a base rapier until now. Just found an obsidian rapier, and just got telemonkeyed like 2 squares away. Those telemonkeys are being pretty weak today. Come on, telemonkey.
Being nice today, yeah. Yeah, I think these safer builds are paying off here. The 2 guys who were in the lead by a long shot both had their last long swords and both died. So
absolutely, yeah. This is crazy. Oh man, these races are good. I'm so happy. I'll admit, I was worried for CoNDOR a little bit with the full release, just because I didn't know how everything was going to change once the races got longer and all that kind of stuff. But I think it's all a welcome change. I think everything's working out really nicely. We're getting lots of fun, close races. The late deaths, of course, extend the race a little bit, but I think people are still managing to finish it. So, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I think as long as the races aren't going to 20 minutes and have to call it because no one's finishing it, then it's still good. I think it's kind of fun when people die because it's exciting, right? Like you were screaming there because Zypher got dunked and was getting trolled. So
it was so bad. That sucked so hard. And on to the Necrodancer fight for Rattata. Here's one of the issues with that bow. Easy to get trolled on the Necrodancer fight by just not realizing that you can't move and you're gonna attack with that bow. Oh wait, never mind. Got rid of the bow, of course, because of the loot. Elab, please. Oh, and he used the Quake spell, I guess, to get through Deadringer, so that's nice. That can help a lot. You know what would really fix that being as good, Ryan, if you want, is make the Sarcophagi the 2nd tier Sarcophagi.
In Deadringer?
Yeah.
You're mean. I thought I was mean. It's already plenty hard. Imagine if it was yellow skeleton knights coming out of there after.
Yeah, and not killing it with a Quake. That'd be... Oh, man. All right, and it looks like Rattata, another one of our Japanese racers, taking first place here. Chat's a little upset. I'm sorry, chat. All right, and Ray is on to Deadringer as well. Quick word about RayOfRaikou. He's one of our coming up through the ranks of Conduit players, which is cool also. I love that that's a thing. He came 2nd in the Conduit, did a really good job working through it, and yeah, look at this. He's got just the Necrodancer fight, and he's got a pretty tanky build. He's also got Ham, so he's looking pretty good to take 2nd here. Although Staekk is pushing a glass crossbow really hard, and that's impressive in and of itself. Because that's probably one of my most hated weapons. I know I'm very much alone in that. I know a lot of people like the crossbow now, especially Zone 4 is very strong. But not for me. Not for me.
Yeah, with the piercing it's good, but yeah, it's still trolly just like it always was.
Yeah.
And now
yeah,
we added the sound effect for when it's empty. I think that helps a lot, actually.
Huge help. Yeah. Because that, like, for me, it was like, you are going to die at... Oh! Staekk! We got a runner, guys! Oh, man. That's the other... Yeah, I just finished saying how the crossbow is good for Zone 4, but of course, Telemages plus crossbow, not so good. And that was the chuckle from Ryan, knowing that his creation is causing such harm mentally to people.
All according to plan. Yeah, the Warlocks, man. I was so proud of them. I'm like, they are going to mess up so many people. I'm going to love it.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Most of the time, they're just kind of innocent. You're like, oh, they're just kind of like a weak skeleton. You just kill it, whatever.
Yeah.
But occasionally, they just... I love it when somebody has a long sword, and there's a skeleton and then a warlock behind it.
Yeah.
And they kill both of them at once, and suddenly they're behind. They're like, what the heck? And then they die.
Yeah, with those parry knights, when you have a longsword and they go to parry, and then you like flip behind them, you actually feel kind of awesome, like a ninja or something. Mm-hmm. Like a sweet ninja maneuver.
It's especially awesome when you do that and you're ready for it and expecting it, and you just keep fighting the other enemies that are beyond it. It's perfect.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, just power through. Yeah, I have to say I very much approve of Zypher's build here. What more do you need? Glass rapier and ham. That's it. That's awesome. Oh, Ring of Might. Why not? Do that extra 9. Do that 9 damage. That's cool. Get that one shot on incoming. Oh my god, this is scary. And that I think that Telemonkey actually was very nice and helpful. And yeah, we see if Zypher can push through and take third place away from Staekk, who's sporting just the shard. Needs to just get through this zone. You don't need too much more than just a shard for your Dead Ringer fight. I mean, it would help, but it's not one of those bosses where it's nice to have range or anything necessarily. And actually, sometimes just the dagger is good in Dead Ringer.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Because you don't get caught up on enemies and stuff, yeah.
Yeah. This group of 4 is pretty freaking tight. I think this single point, you know, could be the difference between qualifying or not. So they need to give it their best.
I agree. Yeah, this is a really tight group, especially based on that. I mean, we had Zypher and Staekk way out in front. Now it's a race between them, as you were pointing out earlier. Well, I'll tell you one thing. When learning Zone 4, I had to very much deprogram my brain about the risk strats on bats. Uh-oh. And we got a runner. Zypher, I don't know if there's any... Uh-oh. Zypher down. Zypher down to a harpy. Yeah, I didn't know if there was any weapons in the shop there. But what I was going to say is I had to deprogram my brain because I kind of had just this mentality of like... yeah, you can risk it every so often if you want to go fast, but now with those bats, it's like, nope, that doesn't help at all. There's no reason to risk it.
Unless you've got the luck charm or something, like that's why I think people should go for...
Oh! I'm so sorry. Did you just see what happened on Staekk's side? That was possibly one of the trolliest uses of a diagonal bounce trap I've ever seen in my life. Did you see that?
I'm watching the delayed stuff so I can see things after you say this stuff, so I'm watching it right now.
Okay. It is... I can't believe that just happened. That's amazing. Oh, so you're watching my channel?
Yeah, I must have missed it.
Yeah, so basically he knocked the head off the... oh, nice Dead Ringer fight there. But he knocked the head off the black skeleton, and immediately next to it was a diagonal bounce track down and to the right, so it came back at him. And the Dorian... What is happening on Staekk's side right now? Is it Staekk? It's a steak and Tabasco sauce?
I don't know. It's something weird.
Okay. That's amazing. It's the ultimate combo. Steak and Tabasco sauce. That's hilarious. Oh, Staekk. What good skins he has. That's a weird thing to say.
He's got nice skin.
Very nice skin. Rubs the hot sauce on the skin. Anyway, yeah, but that black skeleton situation was crazy because it was like immediate. Like it knocked the headless skeleton into him with the diagonal bounce trap back at him because he dodged down and it went down because it was diagonal. Just crazy.
I like it. Yeah. The diagonal bounce traps, I thought they were going to cause more pain than they do, actually.
They're not too bad, yeah. But the occasional thing will just be like, what? Oh my god. Or like enemies, the first thing I noticed with them is that enemies will get to you a lot faster than you'd expect sometimes.
Yeah.
So, rated E for Eli.
Good game, Staekk.
Yeah, GG Staekk manages to pull that one out. That was dicey with that glass crossbow. It was inevitable, I tell you. Have we seen anybody finish with a glass weapon? I don't think so. I think in the trials we had one person finish with a glass weapon.
Yeah, you're right. They're breaking a lot.
It's Zone 4. It's the glass breaker. As much as you say, yeah, you gotta be safe. I agree. But just from like pure data alone, it's so rare that anyone will make it through. And it's been the case even with glass armor, or with like people are just gonna get hit.
Yeah, I think it's because they're not taking the time. Like, the way you should play Zone 4 if you don't want to ever get hit is you, like, dig a wall, back up, draw the enemies into the room you previously were in, fight them, you know, one at a time safely.
Yeah,
Then go dig another wall, back up.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's slow, so...
And it's hard to do when you have such a high damage weapon, like something glass. Like, that's the thing. Glass, I think, sort of gives you the need for speed a little bit. Just kind of makes you go, oh, yeah, I can rush this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Rat asked, where's the rotating diagonal bounce pad, Ryan?
in your nightmares, that's where it is.
Yeah. That would be absolutely crazy. Yeah, there's been a few instances with the... Oh, look at this shop here. What do you go with for Zypher? Which ring? Ring of Regen, Ring of Might? I think Ring of Might's the right choice. But Ring of Regen is pretty dang good. Because, yeah, damage happens in this game now. Like, it's so much harder to get through damageless when you're racing. Yeah, that's a tough call, but when you don't have a damage up early, I mean, it can get you through the first zones a lot faster when you have damage up, so I can see that. And a nice shop find for Staekk there. So just buying the monocle, that's all he could really afford. He's going to move on, has to leave that green scroll behind. Scroll of Need's so good.
I wonder if Zypher is going for the damage instead because he feels like, you know, he got no points there. He needs to go fast, but I wonder if, you know, he should be doing the opposite. He got no points, be safe, get points this time. But...
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, the next round, it'll be in about 30 minutes is when it's slotted to happen. We've had a couple of delays, so it's going to be... Oh, my God. Ray... That red bat was so nice to Ray just now. What is happening? This death metal red dragon fight. And that red bat could have hit him so many times. If it was a black bat, he would have been dead like 8 times over. that death metal fight was so sketch. Or that death metal, not even fight, just the arena.
Yeah. Red bat, red dragon. Yeah, it looked like he had a ring of luck or something, but no, it's just the bat just loved him.
Yeah. Wow.
Makes up for all those times that bats just are bastards. That one was the bat that wanted to love.
I bring you love. Yeah, that was... oh, no! But he mistimed the fireball and got bathed in fire. Ouch. The bat whisperer, yeah. Yeah, for the person who was asking the difference between red versus black bats, that was exactly it. That red bat was being very kind, which is something you wouldn't have heard us say a long time ago.
No, now there's the black bats that are worse. They're just jerks all the time.
Straight up jerks. Yeah, and that hurt. And Ray's got to come back quick. And Staekk also went down. I think I might have missed it.
Yeah, and also he's got 2. No, he must not be dead because he had.
Oh, the time is right. Yeah, it's just slow. That's a 3-minute zone 1 is really slow. I mean, he killed the blood shop. It looks like.
Yes, and he had a glass shrine early on, so maybe he threw his glass dagger to try and get to kill the blood shop or something.
Oh yeah, he did have a glass dagger. That's true. And there's that glass rapier again for Zypher. Plus the ring of might. There's your 9 damage, one-shotting death metal. Love it.
Yeah, well,
you can just stand there and one-shot there. Nice. I love when I see that like presence of mind to know that you have the 5 damage to face plant minotaurs because they can take a long time if you try and dodge them.
Yeah, they can waste your like 15 seconds or something like that if it's a really wide level. But yeah, we were saying that Zypher was possibly trying to go super fast because he didn't get any points, and look at him, he's crushing everybody here. He's got a big lead.
Yeah, he is really flying here. But yeah, this is where I would, once I've got this lead, I would be taking the black chest in the next boss fight. Try and do away with that glass rapier.
Yeah, we'll see. Even with this lead, he's not going for the cracked catacomb wall to see if it's a health shop or something. He's just freaking trying to set a world record.
Yeah, this is so fast. 4 minutes out of zone 3. That's really good pace. It's crazy pace. Of course, zone 4 is like a guaranteed few minutes anyways, but...
For sure, but in the old CoNDORs, if you sub-5'd, like that's what he's going to do here, finishing zone 3 is sub-5. That's like a pretty bonkers time, right?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's interesting to see comparing it to... I feel like, in general, people are getting out of zone 3 slower than they were at the end of the CoNDOR tournaments, the way we were seeing it before. But I think that's because people are actually tanking up a little more, and I like that. I like that element was brought back into the game, because that's how it was originally. But then people just got way too fast. And I like that it's back in there now, where you kind of have to sort of... It's like a little bit closer to Isaac Racing, which I'm pretty familiar with, where, there's an aspect of how much time do you spend trying to get your build right. Because if you have a bad build at the end game, like you can here as well, that can really slow you down. And that was a awesome, I don't know if you saw that on Zypher's side, but the Infernal Torch just lit up a couple of those statues and also showed a Ring of Becoming. Good times.
Yeah, he avoided just before picking up a miner's cap out of one of the gargoyles too. Like it's tough sometimes to stop yourself from picking up whatever item appears.
Absolutely.
But miner's cap can be a death sentence in Zone 4.
And he was just having a hard time with that Golem, ended up risking it and got hit there. And he actually had, I think, every kind of rapier in the game pretty much. He started with the glass, he switched over to titanium, then he switched over to obsidian. He had the one shot on that mummy, but stepped back, and then he had the one shot again, but at that point, the Golem was ready to attack, and he ended up getting dunked by the Golem. So rip Zypher there. Zypher has been really racing strong, though. Unfortunately dying there, and costing, like, I mean, he was winning the last race, and ended up dying as well. So he might be playing just a touch too YOLO.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, there was times in Zone 3 where he was just running for the exit despite, other enemies kind of swarming around him, and he made it there, but he won't always.
Yeah.
But now he's going to have to continue to be YOLO probably because
now he's behind, yeah.
He needs to get points out of this and then do well in the next one in order to be able to move on.
Yep. Yeah, when you lose that first race, it really puts the pressure on for you to do something in the next race. Rattata's got the phasing dagger there and the Ring of Peace. That's a pretty good combo because you'll kill the mini bosses a lot faster since they'll have less health. So then the 2 damage, which is kind of not great for the Ring of Phasing, is not as big of an issue.
Yeah, he's got a blast helm as well, but no bombs. I like the blast helm a lot, but obviously not so useful if you don't have the bombs.
Yeah, it can have a bit of a use in Zone 4 because you can kind of just smash into those goblins, and it's not a big issue. He just YOLO teleported, and he seems fine. That was a little sketchy. But yeah, you can YOLO into those goblins, and it's not a big issue at all. And you can also be protected from the Necrodancer and all of those statues, actually, which we just saw. So, yeah, that can really matter a lot. And we're seeing some glass run over on Staekk's side, too. So he's got the glass sphere. So see if he can make it through, be one of our few racers to actually get through. It's a pretty strong build otherwise. I mean, he doesn't want to get hit, but he does have the lead boots, which, yes. Lead boots aren't as bad as they used to be.
Staekk ignored the freeze spell in the arena there. Didn't think it was worth.
Freeze spell?
Okay. Freeze spell, yeah. I think in the arena you pick up freeze spell, you used freeze spell, you kill everything pretty quickly, and then hey, you got a freeze spell. But
I agree. But he ignored it just for the sake of time, probably. Like he didn't pick anything up.
Yeah, why do you even check it if you're not going to take something as good
like
as
a freeze spell? Yeah, that's a really good point. I wonder what he's looking for. Maybe armor, maybe like a freeze charm or something to protect his glass.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But, a freeze spell kind of does protect your glass because when you get in trouble, you just pop it, right? But
yeah, that's true. Good point.
Did you see him using his lead boots there to
I did.
Step on
I did.
Yeah.
I give the lead boots some credit. I still refuse to take them on Arya and some other characters. I think Arya, it's just a bad time. I will die on Mace if I take them for Arya, and that's the whole reason I hate them in the first place. But yeah, I think with the goo thing, sometimes you just gotta take them. Yeah, I've matured, everybody. I've matured with both the lead boots and Coda. So there you go. I can change. And he is packing a wall up there. He's doing the 5 damage. Staekk.
5.
Yeah, that's nice.
Man, and Rattata is wishing that he had some boots here, dealing with two
the golems, really causing him harm. And he's only got a heart of health right now. Trying to get to the exit. Yeah, this is really sketchy on Rattata's side. Oh no! And he got where's it? Let me pull it up real quick. Timing. Comedy's all about timing. Here it is. Yeah. Nope. What? Why is it? Oh my god.
Yeah,
I don't understand my browser. There we go.
Wind spell!
There we go. Wind spell. I know you can't hear it, Ryan, but trust that I did it. The wind spell, though. Zone 4 wind spell, too. The rare Zone 4 wind spell.
It's even more deadly there because there's all kinds of chaos going on. But yeah, he had to deal with a whole bunch of Golems there. There were like 4 of them near the end there. If he had had boots, it would have been so much easier.
Yeah, that's true. And I do have to say that probably one of my biggest fears in this game is Monk Windspell Zone 2. It's just so taxing on my brain. And GG Staekk! That was a big win for Staekk, actually, because he only got 1 point in the first round. And Staekk, of course, one of our higher seeds. He's a quality player, top-notch player. And that was a really important win for him, I think, to keep him in it. Ronan is here. What up, Ronan? I don't know if you knew this, Ryan, but Ronan is the creator of the wind spell yell. He was the guy.
Nice.
He used to yell it all the time in my channel when I died to a wind spell, and it just sort of caught on. And now look at it. Look at it now.
Look what it's become. It has its own audio files.
Amazing. Oh, Rattata missing on a bomb on Necrodancer and has the most feared thing about not Necrodancer, Death Metal. When you just get all the spawns, but he finally pops all the heads off of all the yellow skeletons just to be able to finally kill Death Metal. Yeesh.
Yeah, it's a good strat. Just take off all their heads and he can't summon anything anymore.
Demon! Oh! Oh, no! And Ryan, I'm sure, cracking a smile as the demon shopkeeper kills Rattata. Oh, I know that's true, Ray. Did you see that? That was rough.
That's why I changed the walls to make it look so different now.
Yeah. Well, I think he knew he was going in there. It was a rough spawn to deal with. And he tried to escape. He should have just whacked it. But I feel like with those, whenever you try and kill those, like the shopkeepers, like the blood shop, and the zone you're on really matters because the timing of the reaction time, because it's usually like a 1-beat reaction time, so the timing can be a real problem. And anyway, Ray getting trolled by a thing that I think you're planning on fixing. What's getting locked in the walls with the harpies.
Oh yeah,
hopefully.
Yeah, harpies shouldn't move. Yep.
Yeah, that's real trolling. That hurts sometimes.
Yep.
Finally handling it, finally finding a way out of there. But yeah, when you have 2 harpies, they just block you. And there's just no way out.
Well, bombs, but...
Oh, that's true. Bombs, yeah.
But
he does have bombs, so he could have, but yeah, it can be a real problem sometimes. And he's got just a ton of enemies coming at him. I would just leave him and try and just leave the floor. I think he already killed the mummy. Yeah. Oh, no, he didn't. The mummy just went on a bit of a ride. Oh, this is really scary for Ray. Hang in there, Ray. Yeah, we're seeing quite a bit of distance between all of our racers now, where we've got a Zone 1, a Zone 3, and a Zone 4 here. Ray does have fairly good protection, and by fairly good I mean like OP protection with the heavy plate and the Hargraves and the potion.
And a blast helm. Yeah.
Does the blast helm have armor?
No, but I mean for the bomb stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah. It used to. It used to have a lot of armor.
Yeah, I think it's better this way.
I agree. Even though it looks like it should have a lot of armor, I guess the joke is it's made out of like aluminum or something. Something that's not very protected. Yeah, exactly. It's that heat shielding.
Yeah.
That's right. Lightweight. Sure. And I would be... Oh, man. The statues are so great in Zone 4. They're always packing such good material.
Yeah, noobs hate them because it takes a while to understand them, but they're actually like super good once you figure out what the heck they're doing.
Yeah.
You know which ones are which. You can get a lot of free loot out of them.
Absolutely. Zypher taking out that wall pig using his 3rd bomb, which puts him down to only 2 bombs. Don't know about that. I would keep the 3rd bomb. Getting a little goo trolled as well on Zypher's side, and now losing his multiplier, which of course is very important when you're using an obsidian rapier.
Looks like Ray also doesn't know Jack's
quick
Deadbringer strat, but
yeah. Oh, he does have the 1 bomb, so let's see if he uses the Necrodancer strat here. I'm not sure if he knows it. I know Ray, he plays a lot, but I don't see him in everybody's channels that often with regards to Necrodancer. So yeah, no, it does not look like he knows the strat, because he can just walk right in there, and he's actually playing this slow, but he could walk right in there and bomb it right now. And maybe he's just forgotten and he does know the strat, but he's forgot that he has the Ring of Phasing, but Yeah, he could certainly be doing this a lot faster. And that actually is going to allow for Zypher to catch up a little bit here, and we'll see if Zypher can make a run for it. I doubt it. I mean, there's pretty good distance here, but all this bombing can take a real while, especially when you have the Ring of Phasing, because it's hard to use the stage.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think it's just hard sometimes to keep track mentally of all the different options that you have based on your build, all the different things you could do.
Yeah. But he did use his final bomb there to not have to do it once, so that's good. Dorian already tanking a lot of damage. I think he exploded actually, and that does, I don't know how much, but a lot. The Necrodancer explosion. So certainly the first death I ever had to the Necrodancer was Dorian getting exploded. But that was also pre-Dorian armor, so I think he would get like one shot by the explosion.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, Zypher goes down to an Ogre, it looks like. I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but yeah, that might be GG for Zypher on getting through this run, which is tragic. I think just a little too YOLO, because he's going to end up with 0 points. And Rattata also died, and I don't think Rattata has time to get back, and Ray is getting it, and so we have this is crazy. I mean, this last run, because that was game 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So this last run means we've got Ray and Staekk tied for first, with Rattata in, I guess, third, but 1 point behind. So any of these two could make it through at this point. Any of these three could make it through. Zypher is unfortunately mathematically eliminated. Yes. Yeah, you can only get 3 points. So unfortunately, Zypher is eliminated, but we'll let Zypher run, of course, and we'll see how this last run goes.
Yeah, even though Ray and Staekk have kind of the lead here, either of them could still be out if they don't have a strong final race. So this will be tense.
Yeah, nobody is safe at this point. This is actually the first group where nobody is for sure in, which is pretty exciting. So we'll see how everybody does. Every death matters so much at this point. It's great. It all comes down to this. Love it. Yeah. Yeah, this is good. So we'll see how people do. What's up, Dovanok?
This has been the tightest group for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's been a really good group.
Yeah, I think the strategy for this should be just don't die. Like if you don't die, you'll probably be at least second, in which case you're in, right? Like
yeah, all you need is second.
Yeah, let's see how YOLO they are.
He looks like Ray is a little frazzled based on his comments. Keep it together, Ray. You still got a race here. Don't. He's so frazzled. It seems all of his comments in chat.
Well, that was a good run. Why would he be frazzled?
I think he just hates the Ring of Phasing. I mean, he had that Harpy situation, and that'll make you frazzled for sure.
True.
What's up, Squagga? Squagga, are you around? Because I know Squagga isn't, he was slotted into a race and we were actually trying to fill his spot. But he said he wouldn't be around. Or maybe it's he can't make it tomorrow. I'm not 100% positive on that.
Yeah, or next weekend or something, because if you can't come next weekend, there's no point in doing this.
Yeah, that's true.
Weekend.
Oh, okay. All right, sorry, there was a bit of discussions going on between the racers and Will, our ref, so not sure what about, but these racers will get started momentarily. Yes,
So
I'm watching
chats.
Nvidion, yeah, so basically I've... oh, and we're off and running. So basically I have... last night I spent like an hour and a half pre-capping all of these other streams, 24 streams we're going to be watching today over the course of the 6 hours. Basically I'm watching 4 streams and then recasting them, which is against Twitch terms of service unless you ask, but everybody signed up to be in the tournament, so I think that counts. Hopefully nobody, hopefully I don't wind up in Twitch jail or something like that, but yeah, I think it's legit. So yeah, I'm basically re-streaming, so if you would rather not listen to me and Ryan talk, which I don't encourage, but if that's the case, you can actually go and individually watch each of these streams because they're all streaming on their individual channels. And the names that I have up there are their Twitch names. So if it's the case that you want to watch, you can do that. That's totally fine. Some people do that. They can listen to their own music, not have to listen to commentary. That's okay. But if you're not super familiar with this game, that's what we're here for. If you do have any questions, let me know. There, Will posted the Khadgar link. I'm not offended if people would rather just do that. That's totally cool as well. But yeah. Nice try, yeah. What's up, Avix? How's it going?
Man, Staekk getting some good kills on the secret shopkeepers here. He had one against the blood shopkeeper where he had to do the exact correct move 4 times in a row because the shopkeeper was right next to him each time and nailed it, and then he just got the health shop and killed that one too.
Oh wow, yeah, look at that. Slow first zone, but look at the build he's got. His height.
Yeah, it's much safer than previous. I saw someone in chat previously saying that the cracked catacomb walls always gives you the pawn shop, which is not true because Staekk just did that. I'm not sure where that person got that idea, but yeah, I intentionally made it so the cracked catacomb walls could be either the health shop or the pawn shop. So when you see that, you have to decide like, oh, did I see the one or the other already? Is it worth it? Because most of the time, I imagine people want the health shop, but you got to kind of take a 50-50 chance with your bomb to find out.
All right, so it always warms my heart just a little bit when people kill the leprechaun. I don't know why, but the leprechaun is so easily hateable that when people try and kill it, and Zephyr just had a really fun kill with I think Zephyr was actually in our leprechaun hunters. I don't know if you watched that or saw any of that, Ryan, but we did big game leprechaun hunters where it was part of the fun launch night. I'm sure you were extremely busy during the launch night.
Yeah.
Putting out fires and things, but yeah, it was we had 2 racers basically try and kill as many leprechauns as possible in a certain time limit, and they had to sort of switch which zone. They were playing zone mode, and they had to start like zone 1 and then kill a leprechaun, and then zone 2 kill a leprechaun. And if you killed the leprechaun with a hunting weapon like a rifle or a blunderbuss or a bow, you got extra points. It was really ridiculous, but it was so fun. And one of the strategies that Zypher just used there, of sort of making the gold pile and just standing there with the dagger ready to throw with enough damage to take him out one shot. So he had the glass jaw plus the titanium dagger, and so whoa, and Zypher just got super trolled there with that bouncing back skeleton plugging up the hole there right when the Minotaur shows up. That hurt. That was really bad. That was so unfortunate.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. I'm sad that I missed that whole thing.
Yeah, sorry, I might have said Zypher. Zephyr. Sorry, they're so similar.
Yeah.
It happens.
Man, Staekk, he flawless the boss and didn't even go check his black chest. He's happy with this gold flail, which is fine because he one-shotted death metal because he had the gold flail. He did the strat to
he didn't even blood drum him.
No.
Oh wow, that's good. Yeah, I mean gold flail is the best of the low tier weapons, I think. Like if you're rocking base or gold or blood, I think flail's the way to go. And we're seeing a blood flail actually on Rattata's side too. And Rattata, I'm gonna say it, but I shouldn't say it. But he's not gonna be dying anytime soon, just because the blood flail plus 9 hearts, pretty good. 10 bombs. So he's got quite the interesting build. It's on the excessive side of things.
No potion though.
No potion, that's true. Yeah,
Scary.
That'll take like I think 3 or 4 hits from a black skeletonite, and he'd be donezo. What's up, Jack Black? How's it going?
He is behind though. He's got to speed up a bit, and he doesn't have the fastest build because he can't get down to half heart or something and use that high damage. That's not going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, and Zephyr's taking another death there. Zephyr has certainly gotten hit a lot. All of our other racers have. Thank you, Zypher. Yes, Zypher. Zypher has taken a lot of hits here and gone down a few times. I know that there was some discussion on whether he was wanting to race since he's mathematically eliminated. We encouraged him to, so but I don't know how in it to win it he is at this point. And Rattata gonna pick up that obsidian longsword, I would imagine, or not. That I would say is very questionable. That's choosing something much slower. A base flail is just slow.
Maybe
and the
just for
boots of lunging find. What?
Maybe just for
and
safety.
it's boots of lunging or boots of pain. Had to take one of them. Which do you take? Yeah, actually, flail pain is pretty dandy. So that's a good pickup.
Yeah, maybe Rattata's just trying to stay alive because the blood flail will heal him. Like he's just not going to be fast, but probably won't die. So
yeah,
that
that's true. Maybe he was listening to what we had said. You finish it, even if you get second, you're in. So yeah, that could very well be it. But you got to get second, and at this point, he's in third. So.
Yeah.
Although this is Staekk gonna be using that potion any second now. I really shouldn't say that, but he's sporting that half a heart, and that's not a good plan. But yeah, flail working out, and this is really interesting. The weapon choices that we've seen.
Yeah, 2 base flails and a obsidian cat.
Yeah, crazy. Obsidian cat definitely the fastest of the 3. Just because you can scoot around things a lot faster, and as I said before, it's nice with the golems. Except for he's got boots, so he should be fine anyways. Might even be worth picking up those boots, but oh, this is scary. When you don't know specifically what's gonna... Oh, and there goes boots. He's not getting those boots. The wind spell... Oh, that's pretty funny. So the wind spell statue on Ray's side... got knocked over onto where his boots were, and so now he can't get them. So he's got to use the boots of strength, which I actually don't think are too bad, because the golems are not as bad when you have a cat, because you can jump around it.
Yeah, that's true.
But still, there goes boots. If he wanted them, he's not getting them.
Staekk's potion is down.
Yep, and he's in here just mashing with that. Which is what you do with a flail, but yeah, some serious flail mashing going on.
I mean, he picked up the blast helm, which could help.
Yeah, he had those 4 bombs, so he's able to use the blast helm. Rattata struggling with this build, and it's just not a great zone 4 build. Boots of Pain, okay. Picking up the Boots of Ballet, having to take the pain on the Boots of Pain again. But yeah, trying to get into 4-3, and it looks like at this point Staekk just barely has the lead, but this is going to be really close, guys. And another flail over on Zephyr's side, Obsidian Flail. Ray going for the kill there. I think that was a wise choice, getting the shopkeeper down, picking up heavy plates. So it's very safe, but still needs to push it. What time will the conduit be? It'll be 7 p.m. Eastern time. There is the slight chance that we might make some adjustments based on Balls of Steel, but I think we're not going to. I think we're just going to go with it. But yeah, incoming Shopkeep Ghost handles it, and Staekk is his first onto Dead Ringer, but the other 2 are both on 4-3, guys. This is absolutely super close. This is as close as it can get. This is really crazy. And of course, Dead Ringer is not a sure thing. Staekk does not have a ton of health. He's only got 1.5 heart, considering he had the 6 heart containers and a potion. Looks like he's going to be able to handle this Dead Ringer fight very nice, and he's onto his Necrodancer fight at this point. And both Rattata and Ray are right there at their mini boss arena. A nice use of the freeze spell there, but had the goo with the Boots of Pain, couldn't handle him, so Rattata had to back off, and that's going to allow Ray to maybe slip in ahead here. And there's bombs everywhere, so much damage, so much carnage on Rattata's side. And yeah, here goes Ray.
He picked up a potion not long ago, so he can just go nuts to try and go faster.
But Ray is on to Dead Ringer just before Rattata. Guys, this is going to be so close. We're going to see how they handle it. See who has the faster strats. It looks like Ray's already sort of off the rails when it comes to Dead Ringer strats here, and it looks like Rattata is working a much faster strat here. We'll see what... This is insane. Okay, he's using his bombs, and that's a wise choice. He's got a lot of bombs. So just bomb and go. All right, here it goes. Oh, man, and that cat. And so Ray's the first to finish it with an excellent knockback. I don't know if he even intentionally did that. That was really, really good, lining up Dead Ringer really well. And Rattata's actually having a hard time lining up Dead Ringer. Finally does. And now moving on to the Necrodancer fight. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. And this is to go on to the next round. This is facing elimination. Whoever wins this... And I think they both have bomb strats, so it's now almost down to Necrodancer teleports. That's what it's coming down to. And kind of a bad one for Ray there. And not great for Rattata either. And down 1 health on Ray's side. This is coming right down to the wire. Down 1 health on Rattata's side. 2 health on Ray. 3 health on Ray. Rattata down to 2. Looks like Ray's got the advantage at this point. What the heck? This is insane. Really nice teleport there. 1 more for Ray. Ray is currently... And Ray takes down the Necrodancer first, going to the stairs. I think Ray's got this. Ray eliminating Rattata. Is that... Wait, no, hold on. Holy crap. That was butt-clenchingly great. Now, I just realized if Rattata won that, that would have gone to a tiebreaker, which I actually would have preferred, because I really want to see a tiebreaker. But that was Ray by about 5 seconds. What an incredible race. Congratulations, everybody. You all are winners after that, I think. That was insane. So good. And as a quick aside, Zephyr's got a pretty nice build going on himself. Unfortunately, though, too little too late, as Ray squeaks it. Wow.
Man, Rattata, I saw at the end of his Deadbringer fight, trying to get Deadbringer lined up with the gong, and I think he smoked him with the flail, and then kind of struggled for another 10 seconds after that because of the 1 whack with the flail.
Yeah.
If he hadn't hit him with the flail there, it would have lined up right away. It could have changed the whole thing. So the flail versus cat may have been the difference.
Yeah, wow. Okay. I don't know. I'm gonna need a shower after that race. That was crazy.
Well played,
The
all you
clench.
guys.
That was super
crazy.
fun. Wow. Oh, man. Yeah, wow. Well, Rattata, it's actually a surprise elimination, I would say, a little bit, because Rattata is super, super, super strong at this game. And Zephyr, too. Unfortunately, sorry, Zypher. My bad. Zypher also had the fastest runs going and just couldn't